Baby girl, leave me, don't leave me. Baby girl, leave me, don't leave me. Please show me your tree colors. Yeah. Baby girl, leave me, don't leave me. Baby girl, leave me, don't leave me. Baby girl, leave me, don't leave me. Baby girl, leave me, don't.
Man, what's up, man? Bruh, man, hold up. Man, what's going on? What's really going on, man? What Big Biden done, man? Somebody really try to strike me. They try to strike me, bro. Somebody tried to strike me, bro. Strike my channel. And not only they try to strike my channel, they try to strike an old video. Like, really? Man, Big Biden ain't nobody. I ain't nobody, bro. I ain't nobody. I'm a nobody on these YouTube streets. But apparently, somebody must think highly of me. I mean, they try to strike my channel. Big Vi. They try to strike my channel for copyright claim, right? What's wrong with these people? Man, I don't do nothing to nobody. I stay out of people's way. Yeah. What up, she? What up, Miss April? They try to strike a video on my page. This video, I did this video like a couple weeks ago. I did the video a couple weeks ago. Man, it's crazy. Yeah, man, they strike my video. I'm sitting here like I'm reading it. I'm reading the information. I'm like, how the hell my channel get struck? How they attempt to strike my channel? In the video about JP, we know as Jerronda Pace, Jewel Scott, the lady in the military, and more. And let's talk. So, man, I don't come on here calling people out their name. I don't come on here disrespecting people, dragging people through the mud. I don't come on here inviting people to my private. You know, I don't talk about folks under their clothes. None of that. But somebody trying to strike my channel. Thank you, Miss April. What up, love yourself? I mean, I was so surprised when I seen it. I'm like, I had a notification from YouTube. I'm like, and I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, what the hell going on here? I mean, it totally caught me off guard because the video that they strike for saying it was content or whatever. I'm like, I'm like, Well, YouTube say they didn't see no copyright violations in the video. So who the hell? That's crazy. I can't get into something that ain't got nothing to do with me. You know, I deal with who I deal with, you know, and if I don't deal with you, I don't have to say nothing to you. I don't have to be a part of what you got going on. Then YouTube also removed my video when I was on there talking about the parents being mindful of the things that they do around their children. You know, YouTube removed that video to say it violates the guideline, right? But people can get on here talk about fuck nigga free. They can get on here talking about PUSSY and you know what I'm saying, all different types of things they can talk about, but I get on here talking about parents doing things around their children that may be misleading, and that video get took down. Crazy. Cooper, what's up? Man, that's crazy. The one thing these people better understand is you can't break what you didn't make. I mean, simple as that. You can't break what you didn't make. Y'all people didn't make me. So what make y'all think because y'all want to strike my video or, you know, take down a video or anything to that magnitude? What make y'all think that I'm going to stop? What make y'all think that I'm going to quit? Ain't no stopping. Ain't no quitting. Only thing is I got to go harder than I was already going. What's up, Carla? Why they strike my video this morning when I was jamming? You know what I'm saying? I'm cool though. Well, what would I say about JP? Come on, let's go to this. Let's go to this video when I was talking about JP. The video that they tried to flag. Let's find a video that they tried to flag. I talked about JP in this video. It was a 2 hour and 30-minute live. It was a 2 hours and 30-minute live. Yo. Welcome to the live, man. Welcome to the live sport. Big Wild paying back with another live video. Man, it's been a few days. But, you know, had to take a few days off. Back on it. You know, back like I never left. What did I? Most definitely, Mike. Most definitely, Midas. And that's crazy, man. If somebody come out and tell the truth, or you ain't, I mean, if somebody come out and talk about these alleged accusers, you not even talking about them. You just repeating shit that they said. If you come out and repeat something that these alleged accusers said, now motherfuckers want to strike your channel, want to come out of your channel, all crazy shit. Like, come on, how can you strike somebody for something that you said? How could you strike somebody for something that you said? You know what I'm saying? I didn't make this shit up. I didn't make it up. It was said to me. It was said in public. I just shed light on it. Who don't know what Geronda said on the stand? What she testified to? Everybody knows she testified to breaking in the man's house. Everybody knows she testified to giving Bubba $4,000 out of her settlement. Everybody knows she testified to having a fake ID. Everybody know that. Tell y'all, these people they work so hard to keep people distracted from what's really going on. Ain't no way Big Vi should even be a thought. Big Vi is the least of anybody's problem on YouTube. Big Vi should be the least of anybody's problem on YouTube. Yeah, so I received my first attempt to be striked for the first time since I've been on YouTube doing content the way that I do it. Today was the first day I received my first attempt to be striked. It wasn't successful. You know, it wasn't successful. YouTube didn't see no violations in the video. So, hey, I'm sorry. I don't know what you came over on my channel looking for or what you was looking to get. But, hey, you ain't going to get nothing but the truth over here. You ain't going to get nothing but the truth over here. That's it. If you don't want the truth, this ain't where you need to be. If you don't want the truth, this ain't where you need to be. I'm trying to see. Of course, right, Midas. I ain't doing nothing but repeating shit that was said from these people. How can you strike somebody for repeating something that you said? I don't know, man. I don't know, man. This shit is getting funnier and funnier. Then look at this, though. Like, I've been listening to, you know, they reading the motion to eliminate. And how can a fucking prosecution, this is the United States. The United States, but I guess since the United States is versus RSK, he's not granted those same rights as any other citizen of this country. But in the U.S., you have, in the United States of America, and when it comes to the justice system, you have the right to face your accuser. You have the right to be able to know information about your accuser. So we look here at what's going on with Robert Sylvester Kelly. Now they telling this man, oh, all these people can accuse him of these horrific acts, but he can't know nothing about who's accusing him and what they're accusing him of. He just have to fight these accusations with no knowledge of them. Marie, the YouTube only strikes on one channel when it's brought to their attention. So in the email that I got, someone brought it to their attention that I had took their content, which was a lie, and YouTube saw no violations with what the whomever it was reported, YouTube saw no violations with the report. So with that being said, it takes someone to initiate the claim in order for YouTube to strike your channel. You know, unless you violate a community guideline. Right, Midas. But what we're seeing is, like everybody been saying, man, it's an abuse of power. We seeing an abuse of power. These people doing what they want to do. They doing it how they want to do. They doing it when they want to do it. They doing it when and how they want to do. You know, and from the email I got, hell yeah, Dana. Hey, and Dana, am I correct when I say this, Dana J? The only way YouTube can strike your channel is if you violate a community guideline, or else someone can send them information saying that you took some content from them, and they will go and look it up, and then if they feel like whatever the person said is, that's just like I hear you talk about it all the time, Dana. When you tell people don't use my content, don't use my image, don't use my likeness on your channel, or I'll strike you. So YouTube just don't strike people just because they just gonna strike somebody. Somebody has to put in a complaint and say that you use their information in order for them to come look at your video and decide whether they're going to strike your channel or not. Because YouTube said that they saw no violations, no copyright violations on my video, so they didn't strike my video. They just gave me a warning. But somebody inquired that I stole or I took some of their content or whatever. I'm not worried, man. These motherfuckers, man, they can't stop me. But like I say, and it was about in the video that they tried to strike was the video, and I talked about Geronda Pace. I talked about the military lady and the lady in the military, and I talked about some other things on that video as well. But you know, it's crazy, right? You know, you trying to help bring awareness to situations. You bringing up situations that people, you know, not really talking about. And then you also have people out here that don't want these type of conversations had. They don't want these conversations brought to the forefront. But at the end of the day, y'all didn't make Big Vi. Whoever trying to strike my channel, whatever do certain shit to my channel, you didn't create this channel. So what make you think you can take this channel down? What make you think you gonna discourage me from doing what I do? I come on here and talk and speak that shit that you need. Matter of fact, instead of you coming on my channel trying to strike it, maybe you need to listen to some of this shit I be talking about. Maybe it'll save your life. Maybe it'll help you out at some point in time. Look at that, they go Creepy T. So I don't know, man. It's I ain't gonna lie. I was surprised to see it. I was more than shocked to see it. right, love yourself. Right, man. But yeah, like I was saying, man, I just been listening to people talk about all the stuff that the government is trying to do. And I'm still trying to make sense of why does the government even feel like it's even okay to do some of the stuff that they're doing. But then again, when I think back to some of the stuff that's been alleged throughout these YouTube streets where people coming on saying they know where these people work at, they finna go up to these people's jobs and this, that, and the third. Like a lot of that shit that people were doing in the beginning, a lot of that shit is what we starting to see now, the effects of it. See, people done things and then they thinking, well, didn't nothing happen then that, it was okay. But now we starting to see the effects of some of those actions that were taking place early on in this fight when people were looking people up, doxing people and finding out where people stay at and finding out where these accusers stay at, finding out where these accusers work at, all this shit, man. And now who having to pay the price for it? RSK got to pay the price for a lot of these people's action when it comes to the government trying to hold this shit against this man as far as him not having him not having the right to know who accusing him and what they're accusing him of and all this different shit, man. It's so crazy. This man been fighting this whole case with his hands tied behind his back from the very, very beginning. But Lady T, I don't know who it was that tried to do the strike, but I'm not sure who it was that tried to do the strike. I had to go back on my page, like through my desktop, and see who it actually was. I mean, if they tell you who it was, they just sent me a notification in my studio that just said that that it didn't work. So right. So, I don't understand, man, how they feel as though that this man don't deserve a fair chance. So they said active community guidelines strike warning. They gave me a warning for the JP video. The video with not the video. They gave me a warning. But they said that the content did not violate copyright, something that it said. But I don't know how I would know where it was from or who did what, whatever, Now, well, the thing is, love yourself. What they're trying to do is they know that I believe that Ann Donnelly, the prosecutor, the government, the feds, Homeland Security, everybody, I believe they know that when this case goes to Supreme Court, to the Second Circuit, I believe they know that this case is gonna be overturned. So they're just trying to stick it on. They're trying to mentally break this man. They're trying to mentally kill this man, before he can be free. So they doing everything in their willpower to try and break him. You know what I'm saying? We gonna try to do whatever we can to break this motherfucker, because we know if it go to the Second Circuit, it's a possibility that he gonna walk free. They know how much shit, they know how many violations they done committed. They know that they done broke the law. They know that they done broke statues. They know they done broke all type of shit. They done did all type of uh they done all type of dirty shit and played all type of dirty games and used all kind of tactics. They know this. So for them, they want to do the most harshest thing they can possibly do, hoping that it will break hoping that it'll break R. Kelly, hoping that it'll make R. Kelly want to take himself out or anything, because they know in this case, they know when this case goes to the Second Circuit, a lot of the bullshit antics that they did with all these uncharged acts, you know what I'm saying? All these bad act witnesses, all these bad character witnesses, all these people who admitted to doing crimes, all these people who committed crimes, but they turned against R. Kelly to get themselves out of a situation. So how you gonna hold R. Kelly to the fire for dealing with Geronda, but you don't hold Bubba to the fire for dealing with Geronda? A grown man is a grown man, right? A man is a man, right? A child is a child, right? So y'all just gonna look and say, well, fuck him, fuck this man having dealings with this child, you know what I'm saying? Because he don't have nothing. But we're gonna go after the man that does have something but having dealings with an underage. Come on, man. A man is a man. A child, a minor is a minor. If y'all gonna call it like that, call it how it is, straight up and down. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no way if they feel as though what JP alleged to having relations with RSK, then she need to be locked up. Bubba need to be locked up for having relations with Geronda. That's another man having relations with a minor. Since y'all want to call it like y'all calling it, but no, this is a situation where we don't care about the small fry. We want the big fish, right? We just want the big fish. See what I'm saying? And this is the thing when they go to the Supreme Court. Y'all already seen the video a while back when I showed y'all. Supreme Court, they don't play. Supreme Court, they got a balance scale, and you got to worry about that balance. This case has so much prejudice in it, it don't make no fucking sense. Everything about this trial has been prejudiced. Everything about this trial has been prejudiced, man. T. Glenn, what's up, brother? Barbara, what's up? Everything about this trial has been prejudiced, man, against RSK. If y'all claim this man did all the shit y'all say he done did, it shouldn't take all of that. It shouldn't take all this going out of the way, going around the corner, up the street, down the road, walking back, you know, to prove that this man done the shit that y'all claim he done. Simple as that. But what y'all do is play on the public emotion and get the public riled up and stirred up. And here they go supporting y'all dumb ass shit, not understanding how it's going to affect the public in the long run. People ain't understanding how this trial is going to affect the public in the long run. Now, I know there's some women out there that may be victims of horrific crime. We see it all the time. Y'all see the videos I be posting, missing teenage girls in Chicago every day. They report new teenagers in Chicago being missing. But they don't have the same emphasis about those girls because their accuser ain't no fucking celebrity. Their accusers ain't no celebrity, so they don't care about those young girls going missing, or if they running away to go be with a grown man, whatever the situation may be. They not putting the same emphasis behind those girls as they put behind these thoughts. Man, Bunjean, it don't even matter. Bunjean has been putting in perfect motion. Bunjean has been making compelling arguments. But it doesn't matter what she put in. It doesn't matter what she argued. At this point, it's like They hell bent on finding this brother. They was hell bent on finding him guilty, and they hell bent on sentencing him to a healthy, lengthy sentence. And that's the whole thing. Bongini been putting out great motion, but it don't matter. They have their mind made up that they're going to do what they want to do, regardless of who looking, regardless of what violations they make. They want to come up. They want to use. They try to make a fucking example out of RSK by doing all illegal ass tactics and coming up with a solution. Because ain't nobody finna tell me that the judge been reading these motions that Bongini been putting in, and they had a change of, ain't even, not just a change of heart, I ain't had no questions about none of this shit. Bongini motions been so goddamn so well put together. You mean to tell me the judge ain't got no question? The judge ain't trying to revise nothing. The judge ain't trying to say, hold up, wait a minute, let me get this another look. The judge ain't the judge. This motherfucker really like Ray Charles right now. She's Stevie Wonder. She ain't trying to see none of that shit. This judge is fucking complicit with what the fucking government is doing. Because ain't no way you gonna tell me you would have read these motions as a judge and came to the same conclusion. Right, love yourself, she ain't trying to do a goddamn thing. Right, man, fuck Obama, man. Obama set us back another 400 years with his bitch ass. I don't care for Barack Obama. Barack Obama did the worst thing a brown-skinned person could ever do. He sat his goof ass in the White House and passed a law to same-sex marriage. Come on, man. Come on, you gonna go against God's will? How you go against God's will? So you God now. You got all power to change all laws. Even human laws, right? Even God law, the law of God. Oh, same-sex marriage. You give these people reparations and everything. You know, why the hell we ain't getting no reparations, Obama? Why the hell the reparation conversation wasn't even talked about when you was in office when it pertains to brown-skinned people, Obama? I got 2 words for you, Obama. Fuck you. That's it, man. That's it. That's all. That's all I got to say about Obama. Obama, he did us a disservice, man. As a culture. As a culture, he did us a disservice, man. What are we achieving? We ain't thriving in this fucking world. We ain't thriving. We better can thrive in our own community. Yet alone thriving in this world, we ain't doing shit. We got put back 400 more years. That's why you gotta be mindful. Be mindful who leads your goddamn ship. Be mindful who you follow. Be mindful who you allow in your space. Protect your peace. Protect your name. Protect your value. Because I can guarantee you, these people that you love and that you give your all for, these people be the same people that'll walk your ass to the cross at the end of the day. These the same people, the people that you will give your shirt off your back If it came down to a situation, you see this right now with R. Kelly. These people that this man was taking care of all these people. At the same time, he was being fucked over his damn self. He didn't even have it himself. He didn't even have it his own self. But he still was providing for all of these people. And when the fucking push came to shove, all of them people let him sit there to be judged by himself. No people nowhere to be found. I mean, they no character witnesses, no nothing. Come on, man. This man deserves way more from people that he have helped than what they put out, man. But then again, it goes back to the PI. The PI was over getting the witnesses there. The PI was over making sure the witnesses got there, making sure they got put up, making sure they quarantined, vaccinated, all that. The PI was over all that. He didn't try to get that man no help. Man, fuck Joe Biden with his sleep ass. I'm sick of all these. I'm just sick of a lot of this shit. I'm just sick of it, man. And motherfuckers come fucking with me. I don't fuck with nobody. But if y'all want to strike my video, then y'all most definitely gonna want to start striking my videos in the future. Cause I'm gonna come on there talking nothing but cash money shit. I'm gonna come on this bitch talking big money shit. I'm gonna make y'all mad. I'm gonna give y'all something to be mad about since y'all want to come strike big vibe. I be on here. I be respectful. I don't show my ass on here. I don't get involved in shit other people have going on. I feel like if two men got an altercation going on amongst each other, it's between them two men. But understand, I rock with who I rock with. And if shit get ugly, then guess what? I'm rocking with who I came with. Simple as that. Point blank, period. I ain't got no pickers and choosers in this shit. I came out the womb by myself, and guess what? Ain't no motherfucking bunk beds in no fucking casket, man. Ain't no fucking bunk bed in no casket, bro. So at the end of the day, I hold my own. I stand on my own. I ain't bagging down. I ain't ran from nobody. I ain't scared of a fucking soul. But one thing y'all can't do is silence me. Y'all didn't give me this voice. Y'all motherfuckers ain't give me this voice. Guess what? If God didn't want me to talk, guess what? I would have been born deaf. But guess what? I wasn't born deaf. I was born with a voice and a loud ass voice. And understand this, I stand on every fucking thing I say. If you don't like me, if you don't fuck with me, just stay away. Don't come over. Don't listen. It ain't gonna do me no justice. I don't give a fuck. I ain't gonna miss it. Simple as that. I don't fuck with people. Guess what I don't do? I don't go in their space. If I don't fuck with you, I'm not coming into your space. I don't even want to hear your voice, yet alone see your face. I don't want to have no dealing, no contact with you whatsoever. That's how we gonna avoid you getting your ass fucked up by fucking with me. But see, a lot of this shit on these YouTube streets, I don't get into that shit because I'm not from that. I'm not built like that. I don't like talking and going back and forth with motherfuckers. If somebody initiate, they got an issue with me, we finna get to the business. We finna figure this shit out right now. I ain't finna do all that back and forth. Yo mama, my mama, yo this, yo that. I don't give a fuck about that. That ain't me. I don't fuck with nobody, and I respect everybody. Even if I don't fuck with you, I give you the respect. I'ma respect you as a person, as a human being. I give you respect. So when the disrespect comes, guess what? When the disrespect come knocking on this motherfucking door, I'ma answer. It's gonna be addressed. So whomever may feel like I'm trying to strike my channel or, making complaints to YouTube about this, that, and the third, guess what? Fuck you. Simple as that. Simple as that. All I come on here to do, I come on here and I speak about everything. I speak about children. I speak about missing women. What about these Me Too's and Mute R. Kellys and all these women advocates? You don't hear them talking about Brittany Griner? This woman is over in Russia in one of the worst fucking prison conditions you can even be in. I thought all these people were advocates for women. Old Cole, Team Truth. I thought y'all was women advocates, right? Y'all got a whole female from the U.S. over here locked up and kidnapped in fucking Russia. Why y'all ain't fighting for that woman? R. Kelly been found guilty already. Should y'all be on to the next situation? All right, Nisa Mo. I'm just, I gotta say a little bit before I get up out of here. But I tell people at the end of the day, sometimes if people say they for something, actions speak louder than words. I don't give a damn what you say out your mouth. If your actions don't dictate your words, then guess what? You full of shit. If your actions don't dictate your words, you full of shit. If y'all supposed to be advocate for women, advocate for teens, advocate for missing women, missing children, whatever the situation may be, well, advocate for the motherfuckers that's really missing. Advocate for the ones that are really being abused. Advocate for the ones that are really chained up in houses and shit. Advocate for the ones that are really out here that need your help. Because at this point, these fucking accusers that are accusing R. Kelly, these bitches are, these females are celebrities. These ain't no victim. These are celebrities at this point. Because I ain't never seen a victim receive an award. Who want to be awarded for being kidnapped and abused? You show me one. I watched my mama go through this shit growing up as a child. My mama ain't never received an award for not one time she went through anything that she went through. Make this shit make sense. These ain't no goddamn victims. These are celebrities. I speak up for R. Kelly because I see the injustice. And like I say, if I ask you for change for a $5 and you give me 5 $1 bills, guess what? That's change for a $5. If you give me goddamn a handful of quarters, and you give me goddamn 20 quarters, that's $5. If you give me a quarter, dime, penny, nickel, long as it's $5, guess what? It's change for $5. Y'all saying that R. Kelly did all this shit to these women, but y'all saying R. Kelly abused these women, did all this shit to these women, but y'all going all the way to fucking Jerusalem to prove it. Come on, make it make sense. Y'all shouldn't have to stretch that goddamn far to prove something that y'all claim somebody did. How the hell y'all reaching above heaven, above the goddamn sky to try to prove that this man did this shit? If somebody is guilty, you don't have to do all that. You don't have to prove a person. When somebody's guilty, you don't have to prove it because their crime is going to prove itself. You don't have to go up here and defend this shit. Y'all saying this man did all this shit, but y'all don't want him to face his accuser, right? Y'all don't want these women to take the stand. Y'all don't want these women to be cross-examined. Y'all don't want nothing to happen to these women, but y'all want R. Kelly's whole life to be on trial. Make that shit make sense. Exactly, Nisimo. You should not want nothing from him. If somebody has done something to you so horrific, why do you even want to be in the airspace with this person? I didn't see not one of the women on the stand. Well, I wasn't there in court, so I couldn't have saw it. But I ain't heard one report of these women on the stand hyperventilating because he's sitting in there. All these motherfuckers that are supposed to be so afraid and so scared. You ain't see nobody in there acting like they couldn't sit in there. You ain't see nobody in there acting like they didn't want to be in there. But they were so scared. He's such a monster, right? But everybody in court, they sitting there looking at the man, they admiring him. Y'all in here admiring this man, his whole goddamn life is on trial. But you know what though? I just had to come on here because this morning I was like, man, how the hell I get a community strike? How did I get a community strike for just keeping it fucking real? And I don't want nobody to say, you know, I'm not pinpointing nobody or anybody in particular that struck my channel because I don't know who could have or what the situation may have been. But all I can say is somebody did try and strike my channel. That happened for sure. What's up, Ann? Yeah. They tried it, but they weren't successful. At first, you don't succeed. Pick yourself up and try again. At first, you don't succeed. Pick yourself up and try again. Try again. Ah, they be trying it. They tried it. They tried it.
These people need
Hello?
to stop. Hey, baby, how you feeling this morning?
I'm doing all right there. I'm at work, and Georgia girl say I don't be working, but I'm working. I'm at work.
I heard her last night. Listen, I was in court, and yeah, you did have these women, so-called victims. Yeah, they were acting out very good when Kenny started to get up in that butt. It wasn't because they saw Robert. Oh, they was glad to see him. But then they started acting out, and then the killing part about it, the government did exactly what we thought they were going to do, play right along with the game. It's like everybody had a part to play. But at the end of the day, I just want to say this here. These people better be careful who they dealing with and how they coming at people the wrong way. And whoever struck this man's channel, if you don't understand who you're dealing with, you will understand. I'm not praying for God to save your life anymore. I'm not praying for that anymore. And I'm talking to these so-called victims. If you are a victim, you need to go get the help you need, because Robert did not victimize you. This man on this channel and our other men that's fighting for the injustice for Robert did not victimize you. You need to go after the person that victimized you, because nobody on here victimized you. And women, we've got to take a stand. We got to stop allowing these men to take the hit for us. They are getting hit all across the way for us. They're getting hit for us. Our stand is for the injustice of what they're trying to do to our men. And I'm going to keep it real and 100. Yes, our black men, our men that's not a sellout to the government. The government has been, they're doing what they have to do to try to take all of our men down. And I've said it once and I'm going to say it again. You don't stand for Robert now, you're going to stand alone by yourself later, because they coming for you.
They coming
for you. They not going to stop until they get you. And for these so-called victims, let me tell y'all, they coming for you too. When they get through using you, guess what? You're going to be in a whatever 8 by foot or whatever size that cell is. They got a cell with your name on it.
Yeah.
So when you think you out here doing something great and something grand, you better be careful. Because the one that you have turned your back on, the one that was there for you, he was there for you. Took advantage of a person that have an illness, a sickness. Yes, he is sick, but he's not sick the way y'all say he's sick. Because he hasn't dealt, his mother didn't know what to do and how to deal with the sickness that he's got. But I promise you, the God that I serve, he's going to cover him. He's covering him as we speak. And the reason why you're going so hard at him and for him, because he doesn't belong to the devil. When you belong to God, the devil does everything that he can possibly do to come for you. That's why you're coming after this channel. This man has done nothing but speak up for the injustice of Robert and everybody else. Why y'all not going so hard regarding these 6 men that's missing in Florida? These Haitian men, these men that look like us. Nobody spoke about that.
They ain't gonna speak about that. They ain't gonna speak about none of that.
That young lady that was over there in that house, held captive. Oh, I'm assuming Robert did that too, huh?
Right.
He been locked up for 3 years, but Robert did that, right?
He told you.
Y'all gotta make this stuff make sense.
Now, if he knew that it really is women around, really locked up and chained in these houses and basements, how the hell Kim Fox ain't know? How the hell Lori Lightfoot ain't know?
But y'all see the tactic, don't you? You see this hooker is, okay, let me ask y'all this here, and I'm gonna call her what she is. She's a whole straight hooker. How in the hell you strike your husband and you don't go to jail?
Yeah, and she tried to fire people.
He would have went straight to jail without passing go.
And had people resign and everything. See, people trying to, but they say it was some people trying to like bring charges against her, and people quitting and everything because they didn't want to do their job.
I don't understand this. Why aren't you going
That's an evil woman. That's an evil woman.
She's of the devil. She's not of God, first of all, because I've never seen anywhere I've read everything about her, but I've never seen anywhere where you went after your victim, Kim Fox. Your victim, your person, your predator, supposedly predator. We're going to say supposedly. Because
right.
I don't believe nothing now that comes out of your mouth.
She too ugly to tell. Her and Tarana Burke ain't finna convince me that somebody touched them. Tarana Burke look like a fucking some off Jurassic Park. You mean to tell me something?
And then don't forget that old fat one over there, the Dream Hampton.
Man, I don't understand these people like you. These people, they the last people on earth. You got goddamn. You try to do yourself before you touch one.
And the sad part is they wanted Robert. You can't make me believe they didn't want. And he denied him.
Jim Darriganas wanted him. Jim Darriganas fat ass one. He was obsessed with Robert. He was in love with R. Kelly.
He was obsessed. He was obsessed with him and obsessed with his money.
I'm like, how the hell you so care? And that's what I asked myself. I said, when the hell did a white man start giving a fuck about a black woman? Make it make sense.
Ever. The only time he gave a damn about you was when he was taking your stuff. And I know y'all know what I'm talking about. When he was raping you. And then he made you have an abortion if he found out you were pregnant. Wake up, black people.
Sense. Man, but these people praise Jim Derogatis. He care about us. Man, make it make sense. I was born in the late 80s. Let you
out of jail and to go do what? Let you out of jail to go and do some more. Y'all ought to be tired of being used.
Man, you know they don't care about women. We go back and think back to in Florida a few years ago, a couple years ago, when the nurse lady in Florida was being attacked by her boyfriend. He was studying jumping on her, and she fired a warning shot in the air to keep him from jumping on her. They locked this woman up and they sentenced her to 20 years for firing a warning shot for having a registered pistol. It was her gun. The dude was jumping on her.
See, that's the kind of stuff they don't talk about. They're not talking about. They are not talking about. And I'm going to give a shout out to Tariq Nasheed. They took this man's stuff down that he had about Robert on his channel. They took everything down. Y'all better make this stuff make sense. And y'all are falling into God's temptation.
The other guy was talking about Tony Sotomayor was talking about Robert.
Yes.
He was talking about the motions, and he was reading. He was reading the motion. He said, "Hold on. It's some shady shit going on. And with this case, this ain't right. It's a lot of stuff going on." But see, they swarm the public with all this with this BS narrative, and now that the narrative has died out and the truth is becoming uncovered. Now they're trying to silence everybody.
Same thing that what's his name said. Him and the fake the fake preacher that God gonna deal with him too. You had this man all up on your pulpit, spitting and lying. This dude literally said he had to change the narrative. If you got to change the narrative, then you changed it to what? The lie.
My point exactly.
The lie. And who paid old dude to rob Robert's house? We know who paid him because you said it on the live, on the Facebook live, that nobody edited. We heard it.
It's crazy. And Tim Savage, him, all this, man, it's just so crazy how people like Lizette Martinez. I found her on YouTube. This woman been on YouTube running a whole YouTube channel, but she using somebody else's face for the front of the YouTube channel and not her own. But it's her channel.
But you want me to tell you who pushing her? Angelo Clary. That girl and Angelo have been an item. They think nobody know this? They've been an item.
Well, I don't know who having who then. You know, she might be having him with his faggot. I ain't gonna get off into that.
Yeah, no, these men want to be Robert. You want to be Robert.
Yeah. It's savage. You know where I'm at. Man, come on, your daughter was grown. Then you sit up here on Lizette show, you bring up your younger daughter because you got to bring your younger daughter into the equation, saying that R. Kelly gave your younger daughter the phone number because you know that Joy was of age and you couldn't do shit about that.
Well, what about when you dropped them off at the sandwich shop, nigga?
Shh. Man,
you
come on, man.
Both daughters off. If Robert was into young women, why didn't he keep your young daughter and send Joy home?
Exactly. Why is everybody lying to be 18 if he like girls that's under 18? It don't make sense. But when you got people like Tank and all these celebrities out here, oh, you know, they don't know no information. They don't know none of the details, but they just going based off of what they heard.
No, I refuse to give them that much credit. The devil is a lie. Yeah, they know. They know, but they don't think that the devil is going to come at them. That same devil that's trying to take Robert out is going to be the devil that lock your ass up. You better get it together now.
Uh-huh. And they get mad. They want to talk about, oh, Tyrese love R. Kelly. Yeah, Tyrese is a real friend.
That's a brother. That's what brothers do.
He stand in his conviction. He believes in Rob. He trusts Rob. That's why he supports Rob.
I guess Drake is in love with him too, because Drake he's fighting for the injustice of this man as well.
I seen lately Kendrick Lamar just came out with something talking about the stuff that's going on with R. Kelly. You know? And guess what?
People say ain't nobody crazy.
Just like it was Sam Cooke. Just like it was Tupac, just like it was Michael Jackson, just like it's now R. Kelly. Guess what? Bill Cosby, Trey Songz, Cuba Gooding Jr. Why ain't nobody talking about Chris Brown? He won his case. He won his case. He filed a lawsuit against the accused.
Not only him, he won his case, and we also had Mystical. He won his case.
You had two people that won these cases of the same allegations by these women who's trying to what they call them, these paycheck chasers. You know what I'm saying? These lawsuit chasers and lost cases. Ain't nobody talking about that.
Y'all set this stuff up long before now. You have been setting this crap up long before now. And I'm going to call it what it is and how it is. Y'all's president, everybody was so gung-ho on a black president. Dude, we saw the hand that you dealt, and it was the wrong hand, dude. You handpicked Ann Donnelly.
Obama put evil into this world, man. He put evil into this world. You got this same sex, all this stuff going around this world, man. You done turned this world into a cockpit, a boiling cockpit. How you gonna sin against God's will? Nowhere in this earth God told you that it was okay
for two men to be married and two women to be married and loving each other. You love each other as a sister, but your behind ain't supposed to be in the same bed with each other. Everything knows its place but the Son of Man.
I don't have no hard feelings towards people who choose to do what they do and live their life the way that they live it. But me understanding the reason why God allowed me to enter into this earth to reproduce, the only way I can reproduce is to be with a woman that holds the egg for me to reproduce.
And these people need to stop trying to be God. You are not God.
And that's God the whole
thing. No mistake.
But you see what they do? They let the nigga get out front and make all the mistakes, and then once they get crucified, then they gonna come in and enjoy the results of it. See what I'm saying?
Exactly.
They telling us that we gotta wait to die to get to heaven in order for us to enjoy life.
That ain't the God that I serve. God said that I can enjoy life now.
You supposed to enjoy life. You got your heaven here on earth. Ain't no such thing as heaven in the sky. That's the greatest lie that was ever told. If they think God is coming down here to save people, they got another thing coming. A lot of these people ain't got their house in order. A lot of these people ain't sweeping at their own front door. A lot of these people is indulging in a lot of shit they should be indulging in. But guess what? Long as they shit is under the cover and yours is in the forefront, they feel as though they getting away. But there's no stone that's going to go unturned. There's no stone will go unturned.
None.
So if you think you hide now, you gonna show yourself eventually.
Because God gonna unveil you. He gonna show us. He's already doing it. He's already doing it. He's already doing it. So people better stop playing. And you can come for him all you want. I promise y'all. I'm telling y'all. I'm pleading with you. If you don't repent and tell the government you lied, oh, woe unto you.
And you was in the court and heard them say, I didn't say that. The government said that.
The government said it. The government told me to say it.
They saying this in court. But the judge is right there. And none of that's in the transcript.
The government told me to say it.
Hey, you guys, how y'all doing?
What's up, little man?
Hey, I was just listening to what y'all saying, and what y'all saying making a whole lot of sense. And I just want to say this. When it comes to Jane Doe, number 5, Azriel Clary, she played a major role in Rob getting convicted. And we know who coerced her to turn on Robert. People on YouTube need to stop fooling with that man. He's dangerous. He is the main reason that Azriel turned. And Rob is facing all this time because she was the main witness of the case. And people still kiki and ha-haing with this man. That man is the main reason Rob got this time. He coerced the main key witness to testify against him. That at first, that girl was not going to turn. It wasn't because of her father.
Hey, little man.
And I don't. That McGee nigga, he is dangerous, bro. Y'all.
Little man, let me say something. And I'm gonna say this right here, bro. And this is no knock on what you saying, but the way God has this show set up, she was gonna turn regardless.
Thank you.
She was put there to do what she did regardless. She was gonna turn. She had to turn. Because guess what God is doing with Robert?
Hey,
God is cleaning.
Hey,
God is cleaning. God is cleaning. So God is going to remove everything that is not of him from Robert. Jesus. She has to be removed. She has to be took out. Because if she was meant to be there, she would still be there. That's not her place. That wasn't her place. That was not her place to be there. This right here is more spiritual than it is legal. In life, we have to go through these cleansings. Everybody gonna have a cleansing phase in their life, but God is gonna have to remove things from you and take things away from you that you don't need and don't serve you no purpose. If it don't align with God, it ain't right. That's why I tell people every night you ask God to cleanse yourself of anything that's not of him and refill yourself with everything that is of him, and watch how things start to remove from your life. Watch how people start to disappear. Because there's a lot of people that's right up under you that don't even care if you even live to see the next day. We have to understand this. She wasn't for him. That's why she did what she did. That was what she was going to do. She was going to do that. It ain't nobody fault the reason why she did what she did. It was meant for her to do that. Trust me when I tell you. Boy, look here, I can get going. I'm telling you, I can get going. She wasn't for him. But the heart that he has, he allowed people around him that don't mean him no good. And this is how God has to get those people away from him. Darren McDavid, Barry Hankerson, Demetrius Smith, what's his name? Bubba, his wife, ex-wife. All these people served him no purpose. Because if they gave a damn about him, they would have been trying to get him some help. That's just the spirit in me that feel that way. Now, Lil Mac, if you met me and I had a condition, and you say, damn, you would tell me, Big Vi, hey, man, if you cared about me, you were going to try, hey, Big Vi, man, look, I don't mean no harm or no offense. I know what you're going through, but I know somebody that can help you. If you care about me, you going to take me somewhere where I can get help. If I don't know how to read, you need to be trying to teach me some Rosetta Stone. You need to be trying to teach me how to understand literature. But none of these people that came into this man's life over 30 years try to teach him not one thing.
They all used. Everybody.
So if you don't think God gonna step in,
everybody in this situation used that man. I don't care if he was for or against him. In some kind of way, they used the gain some off him, and he's suffering the consequences for it.
No, he's not. He's not suffering. He's not suffering. He's not suffering. And I want to get that straight real quick. Whoever is posting this here that R. Kelly is a dead man walking, I send that back to the pits of hell from which it came.
but see, the thing is, see, people, when I'm telling you, when R. Kelly said something, he said one thing to me. He said one thing in an interview that always resonated with me, and it kind of it made me understand where he stood with his spiritual belief. When he said, I don't tell God about my problems.
I tell my problems about my God.
My God. Man, you know what type of person it takes to have that level of understanding spiritually? You're talking about a person who has an illiteracy, that has that level of understanding with God. That's only the understanding that God can give you.
And I'm here I'm a witness, y'all. I am a witness. I'm a witness of what God can and will do. My father only went to the 9th grade, but I'm not speaking because he was my dad. My dad is deceased now. Every pastor, preacher that come in connection with my dad, they told my dad, I know you're lying to us. I know you have a doctor's degree. My dad could not read the regular book, but you could not run nothing on him when it comes to the word of God. He gonna run ringers around your head. I'm telling you, that's nobody but God. Nobody but God. God has not given us the spirit of fear, but he's given us the spirit of a sound mind. And that's what Robert is. That's why he's working. He's cleaning. He's pruning. He's making him better. Because let me tell you, Big Vi, a Lil Matt, a Sandra, I can't reach the people that Robert can. God going to bring him out. But before he bring him out, he's going to reach so many souls right there where he's at. Watch and see. Anyone that has spoken ill against this man, you better be careful. You better repent now.
You don't have to. You don't have to.
Because eyes haven't seen and ears haven't heard the good things that God has in store for Robert. No matter what Ann Donnelly says, God has the final say.
He has the final say.
He's going to use Jennifer Bonjean and whomever she's got working with her for God's glory, but for Robert's good. God gonna get the glory.
I tell the people, man, if you see, and another thing is clear as day. If you ain't do it right, guess what? If you ain't do it right, it just ain't gonna stick. If you didn't do it right, it's not gonna stick. So,
and it was not done right.
It was not done right. So,
a blind man can see this wasn't done right. And if anybody of my color, of my creed, doesn't feel the pain of what we're feeling, you are a senseless individual. You might want to go ask God to touch your heart, because you have no heart.
Everybody on here, I'm sure everybody who on here expecting Ann Donnelly to do the right thing. Because if she was gonna do the right thing,
She done did it already.
Yeah, she would have done it already. Because you can't tell me with the motions that Jennifer has put in, with compelling arguments, that she hasn't one time said, hold on, we may need to review some of this stuff. But yet
she don't want to. Well, first of all, hold on, pause, click, pause. When you go to Wikipedia, before Robert's trial, you did see her somewhat involvement of the Central Park Five. You no longer see that on Wikipedia when it comes to Ann Donnelly now. Now, I want people to feel that pain. You can't feel Robert's pain until you feel the pain of those little boys that they locked up and thought they were going to just throw away the key. It's too many of our men that have been incarcerated, and then the government come back and say, "Oh, I'm sorry, you were wrongfully." No.
After 30 years.
No. 30 years. It stops now. And I said it, and I'm gonna say it again, until that justice scale system has evened out, and somebody in this chat and somebody that's in your bushes can tell me they saw Harvey Weinstein, they literally saw Jeffrey Epstein go through the process of having his burial service. Until they show me this,
I don't believe
till they show me where they have convicted and tried Charlie Rose and all of the rest of them, don't come at me and tell me nothing about my black men, period.
Not only that, they finna come out with a whole movie praising Elvis Presley. Putting out a whole movie in movie theaters. In the movie theater.
And you gonna have some of us in there excited, willing, and able. Let me tell y'all something. I never saw the documentary. Why? I didn't want it in my spirit. Because the God that I serve had already prepared me and showed me it's a lie. How did he show me? Because I was fighting for Mr. Cosby. And this is how the devil works. Let me show y'all something. The devil is so busy. He thought with him bringing this nonsense back up on Mr. Cosby, that would take Jennifer away from Robert's case. Oh, but my God.
Yep. That's the whole
he always have a ram in the bush. And the ram in the bush was us, sis. We wasn't gonna let the ball drop.
That was the whole purpose of them bringing.
That's why they brought that back up. They wanted her to take her away from Robert. And with it being said, people need to be careful what you say and how you say it. When you sit here saying, well, Mr. Cosby said this and Mr. Cosby said this regarding Robert's case. Remember, they still want this man. That's why they want Robert, because he was not found guilty before he acquitted, and they felt like that's not what we gonna do. You don't get over on the government like that. Right. Oh, but the devil is a lie.
Look at how dirty the government did Bill. They promised him that they wouldn't bring charges against him if he gave a statement. He gave a statement. They sealed the statement. They took the judge off of his case and put a new judge on the case. Soon the new judge come on, a new judge on that trial over that district or whatever. The new judge come in. The first case he get is Bill Cosby. Oh,
Lil Mac, come back. I don't want you to go away, sweetheart. Please do not go away, because what you said, let me tell you, you was only speaking in your truth. But let me tell you, there is some truth to your truth. And let me tell you, and that dude, he don't even realize he's being used as a pawn. When When the devil got you, you don't know how you being used, but you will know. We all have a conscience. And if you have a conscience, that conscience is the Holy Spirit. God told us he was going to leave us a comforter, and that comforter is the Holy Spirit. Now you can use that Holy Spirit to do what's good or evil. You have a choice in the matter. And let me tell you, He's going to use us to even turn Mr. McGee around to see things God's way. Not Sandra's way, not Vi's way, but God's way. Exactly. Because these people are acting upon their own, but not in the spirit of holiness. You don't go and literally lie on nobody and think that God gonna bless you. No blessing comes from lying.
Man, I tell you, this battle was meant. This is the battle that Kels had to go through. This is a battle that he couldn't go around it. He couldn't go over it.
I couldn't go through it for him. If I could have, I would have.
This is so.
And for those people, I want to get this clear real quick. For anybody under the assumption that I am part of Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly Sr.'s case, let me let you know real quick. I am part of it, but not the way you think I am. So don't put me in a place where I'm not. I don't believe in children being taken advantage of. But when you are of age, you have a mind of, you have parents that you can tell. And if you ain't told your parents, that means that's a choice you're making. And I'm telling y'all, our 2-year-old grandson, he can probably outthink each and every one of us on this phone now.
Oh, yeah.
He knows right from wrong.
The new kids are way more advanced, and they put technology in their face soon as they born. They put technology in their face, so they're never going to be able to deal with real issues like we have to face. It's gonna be quite difficult for them to understand. But that's why I say we have to get our children and talk to them and try to protect them as much as we can.
And you got to do what the Bible says, do spat a rod and spoil the child. Because if you don't, your child is going to go in a downward spiral and not know how to come back out of it. But the Bible says if you pour the word of truth into them, when they grow old, they will not depart. They will come back. But you got to put the word in them. You got to put the truth in them. You can't put lies in your children. Your children don't understand lies. You got to put it in them. They see you lying, scheming, and scamming. When you got the insurance guy come to the house, tell him I'm not at home. You don't know you're teaching your child how to lie?
Aaron's furniture come up there.
You're telling your child, baby, go lie to them. Then when they start lying, where you get that from? Mama, you taught me how to do that. Daddy, you taught me how to do that.
Yeah, but
be careful what you let your children see you do.
Exactly, man. Exactly. So, like, and I just came on here really just, when I got the notification about.
And you should have a problem by you've been speaking, but nothing but facts. And from the heart.
That's it. That's all. I try to be respectful. I be mindful that I do have elders on my elders on my YouTube channel. You know, I try to just look. I always say I try to bring logic to certain situations. You know what I'm saying? And for somebody to, you know, report to YouTube and, you know, do what they did, like, it made me feel some type of way, but it didn't discourage me at all because I know what I speak.
That means you just got to fight a little harder, because let me tell you, God has not given us the spirit of fear. We can't give up, because we already knew coming into this fight, it was going to be a hard fight. We was going to be talked about. We was going to be criticized. We was going to be scorned. We was going to be abused. We was going to have all type of things that was thrown at us, but we were preparing ourselves for greater, because we're looking and expecting for greater to come out of this situation, because we're expecting with an expectancy that God gonna get the glory, but it's gonna be for the good of those who's listening and participating. And Robert, Lord have mercy, wait until God brings him out. Not man, but God brings him out. Stop giving so much creed and so much authority to the devil. The devil don't get that type of authority. You don't get that from me.
The devil can only be present when you acknowledge him.
And he's not. He's not. I refuse to allow the devil to have any parts of me, because I'm going to see God for myself. I'm going to see Jesus for myself. And that's where Robert is at this point right now. He's preparing himself for what God, and for those that are sitting here waiting on him to come out, and I know everybody waiting on this concert. It's gonna be a concert, but it ain't gonna be the concert you think it's gonna be. Because I'm telling y'all, let me tell y'all, we're living in a time where we used to see, and if we don't start pushing it, if you're used to seeing man and woman holding hand and men singing songs to women, those gonna be the days of old. So whatever you got, whatever music in your catalog that you have of Robert, you may want to store it up, because God got something greater for Robert. That was only temporary. But God, the rest of his life, God got something greater.
That man needed finally get when he come home, and he should be able to finally live his life to the fullest, like live his best life. And that's just like knowing that, you to drain the swamp, you done got all this evilness from around you, and now you can walk,
and people can stop talking about the money. Let them have whatever they want, but they cannot have his soul.
Yeah, the money gonna come.
Money gonna come. That's what they want anyway, because the love of money is the root of all evil.
Yeah.
They loved his money, not their money. And I had to get that dude straight over there in Chicago that does the Chicago Tribune. He was the king. No, dude, he worked to become the king of R&B. So he will always be the king of R&B. That's something nobody can take from him.
Nobody can take it. Stevie Wonder, nope. Michael Jackson, nope.
You want it, but you can't take that. Ain't nobody. I'm not going to even allow you to even think that you got that type of control. That's just part of his resume. As DJ say, that's part of his resume. And his resume has gotten greater, baby.
Right, little Mac. But guess what? And Donnelly gonna wish she had it. And when this case go to the Second Circuit, to the Supreme Court, everything
She gonna wish she had a vibe before then. Let me tell you, that woman was sleeping in that courtroom, and she'll say, "Oh, I was sleeping. Yeah. I need to retire. Duh. Do you not know why you sleeping? Why you falling asleep?
she took melatonin.
You don't know why you falling asleep. Wait till you really fall asleep and wake your ass up in hell.
All right, Niecy Mo. All right, Niecy Mo.
Okay, baby, I'll see y'all later.
What you say? Wait till she really
Wait, she gonna fall asleep and wake her ass up in hell. So you better get it together now. You ain't gonna have time to be telling her, oh, I fell asleep. I need to retire. No, you gonna retire because you're gonna burn forever.
She need to come on down to Texas. It'll get her preheated for the.
I promise you, we can get her straight. We can get her prepared real quick.
She come on to Texas and she get preheated.
Just sit outside for 5 seconds, and I promise you, you'll be ready. You don't even have to sit outside for 5 minutes. I said 5 seconds, and I promise you, you gonna be ready for where you getting ready to go.
I'm telling you, boy.
And you might want to go and get your little boy, Barack Obama, get his hand and bring him on with you, because he going right there with you.
Yeah. Most definitely, man.
Because God done told y'all, and I done warned y'all to touch not my anointed and do my prophet no harm. Robert Sylvester Kelly belonged to God Almighty.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Little Mac,
Jesus Christ is his Lord and Savior, if you didn't know.
They trying to hurry up and sentence him. And J-Rock, I just talked about the Elvis movie is finna be coming out real soon. They trying to do all this and putting out Elvis movie. And ain't nobody talking.
And we supposed to be blind, crippled, and crazy, falling asleep. Now we far from sleep.
Now why Tawana Burton them ain't out there with her ugly goddamn ocean spray nose ass? They ain't out here talking about Elvis Presley. Why they ain't out here trying to stop
They ain't talking about none of them. Les Moonves, his wife, she came off of Big Brother for a few minutes. Now she back on like ain't nothing ever happened. Y'all need to make this stuff make sense to me.
And Wendy Williams, you Bigfoot, dope fiend.
And everything else.
I got something for Wendy Williams later on tonight for her dope fiend. Boy, these women are literally animals. Tawana Burton, Wendy Williams, Lizette, the other woman, these women, Kim Fox, they look like creatures.
And Robert don't want them, God don't want them, and the devil is refusing them. It's sad when nobody wants you. Evidently, your mama probably didn't want you. That's why you got a problem with men.
Tawana Burke, she got everything in her house glued down, because when she blow her nose and suck up some snot, she can suck up a whole house. That motherfucker. So you mean to tell me a man touch you? What type of dope he was smoking?
Ain't nobody touch. She wanted them to touch her. She probably forced him to touch her.
She took it and blamed him.
Yeah, she done took it. Yes. But
I appreciate you coming on, Lisa.
Okay, baby. We women, we got our men. That's something that I don't even need nobody to get that misunderstood. We may have our difference of opinion, but when it boils down at the end of the day, don't get this thing twisted now. I'm still being saved and I shall be saved.
But I'll put my hands on you. I'll lay my hands out and touch you. You know what I'm saying?
But don't let me tell God about you.
Uh-huh.
You may not wake up in the morning.
No, you may not. But see, they don't know about what they put out, man.
There's a boomerang.
What you put out, you will.
There is a boomerang. If you put out good energy gonna come back to you. Whatever you sow is what you're gonna reap.
Yeah. Yes. And I appreciate each and every one of y'all for coming over today, early this morning. I really just had to come on because of the situation. Let it be known. I was gonna wait until later on. I said, man, I gotta come on and do this right now, man, because at this point, I done had it up to here. I done seen it all. I'm like, how do you even find a channel as small as mine to even?
They don't. That's how the devil works. The devil don't want nobody speaking. I'm telling you, I don't even have a channel, but my name is the headline of some of these people. I'm like, Nisimo, where are you? Where am I? Where I've always been, fighting. Leave me alone. Go fight the way you fight, not fight the way I fight. And if you don't know what the hell you talking about, shut up. But great live, sweetheart. I'm going to get finished doing what I got to do. And everybody, y'all put on the whole armor of God and the breastplate of righteousness, because we're in a fight. And this fight that we're in, it's a spiritual warfare. And so I can't fight without Vi can't fight without me. We all got to be connected to each other. And so when the devil comes to steal, kill, and destroy, he got to destroy us all, because he can't destroy one, because we're all connected.
He better know that. He better come with a military.
We're connected. And so therefore, this connection that God has placed together, no man is going to put it under.
You understand that some people are going to take bribes from the devil. So we got to be mindful of who we keep around us. We got to be
exactly. And you will know. You will know them by the fruit they bear. Because if they speak in evil all the time, that's not part of us.
I don't want the Lord only, the Lord only. That's it. I can't see nothing different, man. And like I say, I try to stay true to my values and true to myself, and respecting each and every individual as a person. Whether you man, woman, whether you're a child, it doesn't matter. But it's sad that people like to hide behind these computers and do. And
I want to say this here, Vi. I don't want these people to get this misunderstood. When you have been called by God to do a work, it's no longer about you. So I need people to get this understood, and I'm serious when I say this. It's no longer about you. So for people to sit and say, I come before such and such, or this person, that, you know what? If God before you, who can be against you?
That's it.
So therefore, I don't need to say I come before Vi, because what I'm telling God is that whatever you talking about, I'm not trying to hear it. No, God wants to see if he can trust you enough to fight for Vi and to know that I got your back.
What are you willing to sacrifice?
Are you willing to sacrifice? What are you willing to sacrifice? And I'm telling y'all, I sacrificed my life driving several times to Chicago there by myself and back by myself. I was willing to sacrifice that. Why? Because I saw the bigger picture. I saw what was to come. I have men in my life that I love to death. And I have enough sense to know if I don't get my butt up and fight now, I'm going to be fighting later by myself.
That's what you know. That's what you got to do. You got to start building your kingdom now. So when the rapture comes,
hey,
y'all already be ready to go.
You'll be ready.
You be ready. And when he say, God tell you, get your house in order. He say, keep your house in order because he's coming back. He's coming around again, but he didn't say when. So for all these people out here, like I say, y'all want to go sweep at Darlene though. Y'all want to go sweep at T. Glenn though. Want to sweep at Nisi Mo though. Want to sweep at my though when you got a pile of shit at your own though.
You got stuff that you can't come out the door. I mean, you can't even walk out. You probably can't even get out your bed for the shit that's on the floor.
You see? But they can get on their phone and say, oh, worry about you. Worry about me. Worry about everybody else. Worry about R. Kelly. They worried about Jennifer. They worried about his freedom. Y'all worried about the wrong thing.
And for those that think that I don't fight for the injustice of my own family, you are lying. The truth is not in you. I fight for mine.
You fight for just like you, just like Moses was. We fight for what's right.
What's right. And we know what's to come.
Yeah.
We know the government is playing dirty. And if they're playing dirty with a man, listen to me clearly, y'all. They're playing dirty with a man that have nobody. When I say nobody, I mean nobody. Who am I?
Yeah.
How can I go to church every Sunday and knowing what the government is doing to this man? If Miss Joanne was here, I would be fighting right alongside Miss Joanne. But Miss Joanne is not here. So I have to fight on behalf of Miss Joanne.
She may not be here in the physical form,
but she's here in the spiritual. That's why he's still able to breathe. That's why he's still been protected. His mother is his guardian angel.
Yeah.
You know, some people got death angels and some people have guardian angels. And a lot of these people that I have experienced and seen out here on this YouTube street and in the street, y'all got some death angels over y'all.
What up, J. Rock?
And the only way to get them removed, you're going to have to believe in the death, the burial, and the resurrection of Jesus Christ.
What up, Big Vibe? What's good? What's good, DC Mo?
Hey, baby. How you doing?
Just like that old good time song, Scratching and Surviving. You know how it goes.
Trying to put one foot before the other, trying to make it happen.
Right. I'm just trying to be sure that I don't get all my hands tied behind my back, blindfolded, legs tied up, or like Drea Kelly said, trying to get me hog tied, even though I'm a borderline contortionist, like she is, but that's one lie that she's been feeding out for a long time. I'm not gonna stay on here too long, but I wanted to bring up something. Y'all brought up some good points. Hey, Vi, if you I'll tell you what, if y'all get a chance, I want you to go on Beehive TV, like B as in boy, HIH TV. He did an interview with Big Gipp from the Goody Mob. and it was one of the best interviews I've seen recently. As a matter of fact, if I can put, there's a link because the whole interview is like a little over 2 hours, but there's a 7-minute clip when he broke down the industry, and he said, and Beehive interviewed him and asked him the question. He said, what is it about, when people get on the industry to say, I'll do whatever, whatever you want me to do, I'll do it in the industry. And Big Gibb said one of the deepest things I've ever heard. He said, it's the devil's playground when God ain't involved. He said,
and I watched it. I watched some of that interview, but I didn't watch the whole thing. That's Beehive dude from Atlanta, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
He said it's the devil's playground when God ain't involved. Another thing he said, if you're in the industry, if you're raised, they don't like you.
Wow.
If you're raised, that means you come from something.
That's deep.
And what else is so deep about it? He also mentioned how look, I've been around them big time execs. I've been around L.A. Reid, Sylvia Rhone. I've been around all of them. But I tell you what, I go in, I leave with my balls on my drawers. Because he said, I'm gonna tell you right now, if you don't have your balls in your drawers, if you let them on your balls, you wind up in a mental hospital.
Wow. Wow.
He broke down so much stuff. I'll tell you what, I'll see if I can find a link and I'll put it in the chat and you probably ain't gonna be able to play the video, but if you can play the audio, I'm gonna see if I can find a 7-minute clip and I'm gonna put it in the chat.
Yeah, I'll be able to play the video when I get home off work and I'm on my desktop. But I know exactly. I watched Beehive, some of his interviews, and I like the one he did also with Crunchy Black. Country Black talk good stuff on
That's the one I gotta see. I also saw the one with Lil Kiki also, but I gotta check out the one with Crunchy Black also, because that one looked like it was good too. But that one with Big Gibb, I was like, that man said so much deep stuff on there. I mean, it was because I always loved the Goody Mob. I always mess with him, but I got so much respect for him even more now. Hell, and I didn't even know they had a new album that came out last year until he mentioned it, called Survival Kit. You talking about breaking some stuff down. I mean, it was one of, like I said, that was one of the deepest interviews I ever heard. When he said it's the devil's playground when God ain't involved.
And it just go to show you about the industry. That's why they after Dave Chappelle like that, because Dave Chappelle exposed Hollywood and a lot of the tactics. You know what I'm saying? And why do we as brothers, every brother ain't a sellout, man. You're going to get some that are. You're going to get some that are. But every brother is not a sellout.
And you know what? I think, y'all, remember when Mr. Cosby had first started going through what he's going through, and they asked Rob his opinion about it, that was the beginning of a setup. That they had already started, but that was just putting the icing on the cake.
The way they protecting Geronda, man.
Right. And that Huffman post too, with the interview with that lady from Huffman.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm starting to question. I'm starting to think the government knew all this stuff about Geronda.
Yeah, because Geronda, she from the beginning, how she followed him and all of this, it was like the grand scheme of this is how we going to just we couldn't get him. They knew they wasn't gonna get him, but this is how they were gonna use this.
Yes, that's what I said last night when I sat there, when I was listening to them read the motion and they was talking how they talked about Geronda. I say it kind of started to make me think that Geronda was planted into this case, because how can she break all of these laws and none of that go noticed. But the only thing, none of that, all that go unnoticed. But R. Kelly is the only part of her life that goes noticed. Now,
But listen at this here, y'all. I thought, this is me, because I have gone in and out of courts, because I, working in the oil and gas industry, you in and out at federal and state. If they tell you if you caught lying or what have you to the in the courts, then they're gonna either handcuff you there or they're going to put a warrant out for your arrest. When Azriel said on the stand her dad wanted Rob to sell bricks, and the judge did not know what bricks were, so Kenneth told her what it was. How in the hell that goes unnoticed?
Because the like we say, in this spiritual realm that we're dealing in, the prize is them against R. Kelly. And so right now God is, R. Kelly is like Ali right now. He against the rope, letting the prosecution and everybody swing for the fences. And once God throw that one punch, it's gonna be lights the fuck out for all of them over there.
It is so sad that and the reason why I'm bringing this up is because our people don't seem to get it, and they don't seem to understand how the government is breaking laws to take this man down. And not only that, they brought up all of these people. They used that girl to bring up all of these people's names. She claimed she saw all of these people around Rob. They was there. This person was there. This person was there. Everybody that's sitting here got something to say. This child brought y'all, I call her child, but she's a grown woman, brought all of these people's name up. How do they not believe that they not coming for them?
But don't that make look at all the people that was complicit. But none of them people, if I go with Lil Mac and J-Rock and I drive the car to it and they say we're gonna run in this bank, and grab this money, you just be ready. Ain't our accomplice?
Yes.
There's no way that man got hit with a racketeering charge and nobody else went to jail but him. It's no way. And all those people they said that was in that indictment, they had bus drivers, runners, and all that. Why he's the only one being convicted of these crimes? You talking about RICO and racketeering?
But not only that, remember the other dude ain't never spent not one day in jail, but you time served.
But the main thing about that, the only thing that everybody always want to say is, well, they went on ahead, they took pleas with the government. They're now witnesses. That's why they're not getting no time. But still in all, you were part of the whole conspiracy to begin with. Yeah,
you still get time.
You're already connected.
We run the dope, and I'm the big man, and you a worker, you a foot soldier. You tell on me, you still finna get time. You may not get much as I get, but you gonna do something.
John Gotti, for example, John Gotti had to serve life. Sam the Bull was his hitman and was his underboss. He snitched on all of them, but he ended up serving 8 years. He ended up getting some time. So how come this man gets time served and he tried to bribe?
And he lied. He lied. Exactly. He wanted Azriel.
It's crazy.
He was in love with Azriel.
It's crazy. This crazy case.
And they said he was connected to Dominique and Jerona too.
Yes, but he didn't even know. This dude did not know Robert. I'm telling you, and he literally said it. He was on. Remember, y'all. He was on Facebook admiring Rob and all of this, that, and the other, admiring his music.
Right.
And I'm gonna tell you something else.
And Cass Jones' cousin was gonna tell it all too, but
yes,
doesn't let him speak. He was gonna tell him that Rob had nothing to do while he
nothing to do with it.
Angelo house. He had a beef with Angelo because of Cass Jones.
Yep.
But
and she would not. And she was telling his attorney to reel him in.
But you know what? I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna bring up something to you right quick. Needs more back to what you were saying about the interviews, like when R. Kelly was asked about Bill Cosby.
Mm-hmm.
That was a test because they wanted to see if R. Kelly was gonna say something about Bill Cosby. R. Kelly refused. He said, "Look, I've been through some stuff similar to that, so it is not my place to judge Bill Cosby." And he was not gonna say anything against him. And I think they were upset that R. Kelly wouldn't say nothing against Bill Cosby.
Yes.
It's the call to go along, get along game. If you don't go along with those people in the industry, they're gonna come after you.
And let me tell y'all another thing. Rob spoke. He went with some friends to go see one of Tyler Perry's shows, and he didn't want to go, but he went anyway. Went in there, and Rob got up in the middle of the show where, you know, I think it had just started. He got up. He's like, I don't want to see this shit. He said, I don't indulge in this nonsense. Now mind y'all know Tyler Perry presents himself as Madea. So if Robert is into the homosexual crap, he would have stayed there, been engaged in everything else.
I'm starting to question Tyler Perry's sexuality, though, man. With everything he put in his shows and everything, it's something about that man. He's obsessed with homosexuality, and Oprah is obsessed with people getting raped. I'm just gonna put that out there. It's something about them two, like they obsessed with homosexuality or somebody getting sexual assaulted.
He want to cater to that world, man. Them alphabets.
Well, Robert said he didn't like the fact that this man is coming up on the backs of black, people down. He more or less downing black people on his shows, because our grandparents, our great-grandparents, they may have had it hard, but you sitting here coming up and trying to make, you're trying to make fun of us in so many ways. And so he's like, I don't like that. Why you couldn't have a woman to play Madea? Why you got to have a man to play Madea?
But you know what though? Our culture of people are so accepting to certain things. They give it a pass. They give it passes. That's why people do a lot of stuff they do, because the way our culture works, if they for you, they for you. And if they don't like you, then now you get the situation where we're dealing with R. Kelly.
You see what
R. Kelly could have been another artist going through the same thing, and guess what? They would have loved him. They would have supported them, loved them. But like Tupac warned us.
He warned Robert. I don't know if y'all heard that. He said, Rob, they coming for you.
They try to get Tupac, but like people, like Rob say on the interview, he say, and I believe that would have been one of the best things ever. He say the Best of Both Worlds tour was originally supposed to be him and Tupac. I mean, that one with him and Jay-Z, it was supposed to be Tupac, but Tupac ended up getting killed. That's how Jay-Z came in the picture.
Think about this for a moment.
He never wanted to work with Jay-Z. He never wanted to work with him. He didn't have no choice but to, because Jay-Z was the hottest rapper at that time.
Right.
He never wanted to work with Jay-Z.
You know what? Think about this for a moment. When R. Kelly bumped into Pop, according to his book and Solar Coaster, it was like around early part of '96 when he was waiting for his limo outside, and he busted you and came back, and he talked about, I think we should get together. When he told Pac, I think we should get together and do something. He said, man, look, I love your work. I love everything you do. Just call me. Let me know when you want me to be there. He said, and he said, I'm gonna get everything together. Pac said, no, just call me and I will show up, because at that time,
that's the respect he had for him.
Right. And see, and the thing with Pac and R. Kelly, both, we're talking about mid-90s. We're talking about 96 when Pac got out. R. Kelly was still climbing up to become the king of R&B. And Pac at that point was one of the most dominant voices in hip hop. If you'd have had that, let's say that happened like around 97, 98, R. Kelly and Tupac on the Best of Both Worlds in the height of the 90s, that album would probably change hip hop and R&B forever.
Forever.
Most definitely, man.
But I'm going to say this to y'all. I don't know if y'all have paid attention to this, but I have. when it comes to our people, and I remember my dad saying this, we teach other cultures everything that there is to know about us.
Yep.
And when they beat us at it, we got a problem. He said, well, just like they don't tell you everything about them, why do you feel the need that you got to teach them, not tell them, but you got to teach them everything about you? And I'm saying that to say, I've noticed every artist that's coming up now that they are really putting emphasis on, they are white. They're not black. And they sound like us, but they're not us.
Nope.
Because we taught them.
Mm-hmm.
We're teaching them the runs. We're teaching them everything about the music, everything about the basketball, everything about the football. Y'all know that was us. That was all us.
And rock and roll used to be a black genre of music.
Thank you. That was all us.
Right. Elvis stole all that crap. He went to those juke joints and stole every reel from B.B. King. Y'all heard what Ray Charles said about Elvis? He said Elvis ain't worth a flip.
But the thing is, when do we have something that we can hold on to that, we don't want nobody to have? That's us.
But see, here's the problem with that. Once we get to the point where we have something and we find out that it's valuable, if somebody puts a dollar sign in front of it,
oh my God,
some of us will be quick enough to sell it out real quick.
So, okay, you just said a mouthful right there. Sell it out. So what did they do to Robert? Sold him out.
Did y'all see the interview that Gayle King did with Tisha Campbell about the Martin show? She brought up those allegations about her and Martin. She was like, was that the reason why the show canceled, because of those sexual allegations you sued them for? Why would you bring that up if you're talking about the show? Her and Oprah are obsessed with people, getting raped or getting violated. And they just trying to use that to make us.
Well, I'm going to tell you, Gayle said it this morning on the news, because I watched them faithfully, because reason why I watch it, because I know she's going to say something that I need to get. And she was praising this Caucasian lady about her book. And the lady was talking about in her book about cheating. And she said, and Gayle said, I'm obsessed with that because I know a little something about that. So she still have yet to forgive her husband on with cheating on her. And if she could, in her power, then I believe that in my imagination, I believe that's what she's really working on, to try to figure out how she can take her children daddy down for cheating on her.
Here's my question about that. Here's my question about that. Was that before or after the allegations of her and Oprah creeping around though? Because maybe Gayle was the one that was stepping out first. Because see, I got an aunt in Chicago, and I talk with her pretty regular. She cannot stand Gayle King or Oprah. She don't like neither one. As a matter of fact, she was the one that told me about the time when Oprah gave Gayle $1 million.
Okay, let me tell you about that. Her husband told her, I will not stand to be nobody's husband with another woman giving you money. I'm not with it. And that's pretty much when things start going downhill. She said that's my friend. Okay, y'all don't even y'all didn't grow up together. Y'all didn't grow up in grade school together. Y'all became friends much, much later on. Y'all were adults. But that's your lover. Her husband figured it out. That's your lover. So why am I here?
Right. Oprah quit to go after Michael and Rob and people like that. But why you ain't talking about your father, the one that tried to get that girl to force her to give him oral sex back in 1995?
Oprah gave hush money.
She sure did.
She gave her hush money. But there's an article out there about that. People, she
But y'all do know Oprah was what they used to call them a madam.
Yeah,
that's how she came up to be who she is. She was a madam.
What that lying ass Tim Savage and Jasmine tried to accuse Miss Lily of.
Yeah. But I hate to end the live, y'all. Man, I gotta go. I'm finna go back to work quick. But
did you say go? Oh yes, I gotta go with Georgia girl. Now he say go back to work. Y'all, my brother, y'all want to grow up and be like him, where y'all can do y'all lives, and then you say I'm finna get ready to go clock out, cause that's what he about to go do. He getting ready to go clock out.
No, I'm gonna clock in right quick. I'm gonna go see if they got something.
All right, then. Peace, Big Vine. Peace, Nissimo.
Okay, baby. Love you guys.
70 subscribers away from hitting that 1K, man. So y'all can share it out, get some subscribers, man. We on the road, man.
I got you. I'm sharing. I've been sharing.
I'm not gonna be discouraged by these people want to come over and strike my channel or whatever. The only time they want to strike you is when you're talking about something that's relevant. So
yes. Oh, and Big Vi, I'm not sure who LFN is, but if y'all can get their email, please share share that live that DJ did with Angelo Clary, because they're trying to figure out who paid the guy that robbed Robert's house. They have a bigger platform, and I think that if we start sharing like that, that's how your channel grow, because people start coming to look at your channels. Look, because they got big channels, then they send people to your channels. So therefore, we need to start doing that. We need to start making sure this information that is relevant and that's going to be helpful for this case, we need to start sharing this stuff, sending it. Huh?
God Life came in the building right when I'm finna get ready to go to work.
Oh, and there is a movement that's coming up in Chicago. There is a movement coming up in Chicago. Everybody needs to be there.
Yeah, I'm prepared to come to Chicago. I just been waiting to see what they gonna do or what they gonna talk, what's gonna be the play. But I said I want to come to Chicago for sure.
Well, we going to Chicago by I think you got my email. Send me an email.
All right.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Hey, make sure y'all catch the replay, man. And I'll catch y'all later on today. God bless y'all, man. Be safe and stay hydrated out here.